What's going on, guys? Welcome to another reacting to Pixark gameplay video. You guys really enjoyed the last one. Everybody kind of wanted me to do another one. This one is actually on Pixark gameplay, true gameplay, and I believe this is PvP gameplay. Not sure how this is going to work. I don't know if it's a team deathmatch scenario. I don't know if there's dinosaurs involved or if this is some type of different mode. This is also kind of like released on an Asian website, completely different language, so we don't really know what's going on when it comes to the text and stuff. If anybody can decipher that stuff and comment it down below, that'd be really cool. This has been out for a bit. I haven't personally watched it myself completely through. I watched like the first 20 seconds to make sure that it was the right footage, but we're going to break it down and we're going to figure out what's going on in it, because me being an ARK PvP fan, I'm extremely excited to see if this game will coexist in the PvP scenarios, like C4ing rockets. And you know what's really cool about this game so far is that I'm assuming it's going to run pretty well, but you never kind of know that type of stuff. There's games that are pixelated and don't really run that well, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm hoping that it runs well so we can have like a flinch shooter kind of scenario, because I feel like a lot of the times guns and weapons and stuff don't register in ARK when you shoot people. Like you'll see, and like if they'll have an arrow in them and it won't do damage. I hope that kind of doesn't happen in this game, but we're going to have to wait and find out. So we're going to watch it all the way through. It's about 2 minutes long. It's got some weird kind of like music behind it, so we'll just turn up the volume and we'll watch it all the way through once first. So this is, I don't know what this means. I'm assuming it's Snail Games and some type of, I don't really know. Again, if you guys can decipher that stuff, that'd be amazing. Let's get into it. And again, if anybody can decipher this type of stuff, I don't know where this QR code actually leads to. I'm assuming it just leads to their website. But that's it for it. The coolest thing that I saw in all of that was the ending. And we're going to go through and we're going to decipher and look through and kind of break down a lot of specifics on this video. There's not as many specifics as the last trailer. Remember, if you guys missed that, be sure to check the link in the description down below where I break down the trailer. Not sure what to think about it quite yet. It didn't show much, but it's gonna show more. What I get out of the beginning is like a capture the dodo thing. Like these guys are fighting over a dodo. It's what it seems like, which is kind of funny. So let's start it out. I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit. So we got a little cute dodo. They end up cooking this at the end. If you guys saw that, I thought it was really cool because he was holding the dodo. That's kind of like a new mechanic. Before you kill the dodo, you gather it and cook the meat, but they cooked an entire dodo. I'm not sure why or how that works, but I'm hoping that that's some type of mechanic because that sounds really cool. So here you have the Quetzal platform saddle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total players. One's got an AK. They're all wearing what looks like either Riot or Flak. long neck rifle, AK, and I think, I'm not sure if it's long neck or a fabricated. It's hard to tell, but the noises sound like long neck. One thing that I'm noticing as well is the flyer is laying down, which is nice, same as the last game. And here in the last trailer I talked about, I was like, what are these balloons? What's going on here? These are the parachutes, or a type of parachute that you can get. It's kind of adorable. It might be a skin for the parachutes, because I know in the trailer and in this gameplay, you're going to see a lot of different skins and some character customization, which as much I think ARK Survival Evolved, the original game, is actually lacking. Customization, like you can paint yourself and you can make yourself look all funky, but like armors and like the way the armors look is all kind of up to modding, which I don't really like, because I feel like there should be some better customization in there. But it seems like this game's going to really hit the customization nail on the head. This guy's got a long neck. This is a third-person gameplay, so we haven't seen any third-person gameplay. We've kind of seen over-the-head type of gameplay from like a camera watching different angles of people. But this is a third-person gameplay right here, so that's what third-person is going to look like. We don't know if that guy actually switched to first-person themselves, but this is what the AK is going to look like in first-person, which is pretty cool. I like the AK. It looks like it has hardly any recoil from what I saw. And also one thing I noticed, Dodo's off to the left right here, but on top of that, everybody in this game is bad, like in this match. I'm just watching them aim and the way that they're moving, and it's bad. But it kind of reminds me of, like, have you ever seen E3 videos where, like, the guys are, like, slowly walking around, they walk into a cave, and they're like, ooh, ah, no gamers really do that very often. At least, like, maybe towards the beginning of the game, and eventually you're just like, all right, let me just run around and shoot shit. So here we have the grenades returning. Kind of has the same noise. It kind of lobs out. And you're going to see them explode here in a second. One thing that I noticed is it's not really, I don't think this is a team deathmatch mode, but it's hard to tell. It seems like it's a 4v4, like 4 people jumped off the Quetzal and they're facing the other 4 people. I'm not sure why they'd be on the Quetzal in the first place. There's a lot of kind of like open things in here that I'm not sure why or how they happened. Because if I'm not mistaken, there was 4 people on the other side and 4 people on this side fighting each other, so. Grenades are going off. See, the AK recoil is pretty easy. He's just not very good at actually aiming it. You see the grenades all going off. Did some damage there. Some more third-person gameplay here. Maybe a K-vision. You can see the obelisk in the background. I'm not sure. Here's the obelisk. I'm not sure if the guy threw a smoke grenade, but it seems like that might be a C4. But it also kind of looks like the grenades look completely different. See the grenades all coming in? The grenades are circular. They're very circular. And then this one comes in. And it's not. It's just not circular. I'm trying to pause in the right moment. Right here, it's more of a cube, and it blows up as a smoke. So maybe that's an improvised smoke grenade? That's kind of cool. Guy's just spamming through it with his AK, shoots his teammate in the back. So here you see the long neck rifle. And I like how they kind of made the scope kind of pixelated. Pixark, you know, it is what it is. Got a guy in his sights. Probably doesn't hit him. But it seems like, from what I'm hearing, the guns aren't shooting that fast. So I think those are the long neck rifles. Here's the guy dying. One thing that I noticed also with this is the dying animation. So the dying animation, you just fall over versus your body just flopping off into the wilds, which is really nice to have, especially in PvP games. He does actually have a gold thing pop up. So if you guys know, in the original game, you die and the big green beam goes in the sky. That was added kind of, sort of recently when Snail Games actually got the game. They added that to Dark and Light. They added that to ARK. And one thing that I noticed is that you see that gold beam on this guy's screen. And I don't know if that's a teammate, like somebody in their tribe, or if that's somebody on the other team where they're seeing the drop. I'm hoping that not everybody can see where you're dropping stuff, because everybody from every direction is going to be running to that spot now because they want the gear, right? So hopefully that's just something that we're seeing because it's still in developmental phases and they're trying to let people get back to their loot without issues. So I believe this guy starts flanking a team. He kills a guy rather fast, is what I noticed. And if you think about the assault rifle in the original game, it's not that strong. It doesn't do that much damage to players. It really isn't good for anything besides like killing pteranodons out of the sky. So he mows down this guy. He dies. He also falls to the ground. One thing that I noticed is his armor didn't break. So maybe armor durability either isn't in this right now or it just isn't a thing. I'd personally be okay with no armor durability. I freaking hate armor durability and how quickly and easy it breaks. It kind of makes sense when it comes into like aberration because you break your armor and your hazmat and then you get damaged by it, but it's like a few pieces of metal to fix it and it weighs nothing. So you can like easily just bring hundreds of stacks with you, but why just make it so it doesn't break? I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. One thing that I'm also noticing, it's hard to see because I do have the play button down here. He does have the thing on his arm. That's the inventory thing, as you saw in like the original game. Now he's flanking these two guys, runs out of ammo, which is quite hilarious. He goes to pickaxe him. Right here you see this guy jumping around with a rocket launcher. Doesn't seem like he's shooting it in the PvP scenario. He just did shoot it there at the end as this guy runs through a bush. And they kind of cut it out. Maybe Melee's not like fully developed in the game already. And here's the dodo in the center. Seems like there's only 3 of these guys alive and everybody else is dead. You can see the yellow beams in the background here. Another one just popped up right there at the end. And then they cook the dodo with their hands, and this dude's back alive. You see he's got some dreadlocks, some like predator-looking hair, which is really, really cool. This is the coolest thing out of the entire video. I'm going to say it right here. This right here is the coolest thing, just because they're holding a dodo over a campfire. Look at this dude. He's like, yum, tasty. They have different types of armor on it, looks like, as well, is one thing that I noticed. This guy has like a helmet with nothing on it. This guy's got some like gold stuff coming out of it. But overall, I believe this is probably the riot armor. This looks a little too advanced to be flak. But it's kind of cool. I like it. I like it. And they're cooking the dodo. This dude looks over. Obviously, it looks like you're going to have editable hair and colors and eye colors and skin colors and all that type of stuff as in the old game. And then whatever this stuff says, I don't have the slightest clue. So there's another breakdown, guys. If you guys want to see more breakdowns, let me know. This one was not as full of like goodies and footage and stuff, but it is the first PvP gameplay that we're going to get. So they do have, I mean, just by releasing this video, they have a focus on PvP in some way, shape, or form. So that right there is just a plus for me instantaneously, no matter what. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. If there's anything else you'd like me to break down, react to, trailers, videos on Pixark, ARK Park, or any other games, any games at all that you guys are excited for me to play, you guys can tweet them at me and be like, hey, there's some more gameplay right here that you haven't seen yet. And then I'll kind of just kind of decipher if it's worth breaking down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.